here we go. Wow, if you're watching, we have some sparks on the track. This is the boys championship 2 mile.
Let's just listen to this fanfare.
It's very dramatic. They're going for the national record, that 8:39.15. Carrie, what's that? What are those? What's that per lap?
I mean, when we're talking about Edward Cheserek, this man has won more NCAA championships than anybody in collegiate history. He's a 2-time Foot Locker champion. He is a man that continues to crush. His partner and girlfriend just won the New York City Marathon. I mean, his life is just embedded in this sport, is Edward Cheserek, and that's the record that these guys are chasing.
Let's call these guys out. We got Connor Burns, Cole Matheson, Ryan Rivas, Samuel Burgess, Braxton Legg, Brian Campbell, Drew Griffith, Kevin Sanchez, Keegan Smith, Colin Martens, Samuel Hansen, Noah Brecker, Connor Burns, Jackson Hydish, Braden Seymour, and Nathan Lopez.
Tip number 6 is Brian Gamble from Emerging Leagues. He's ranked 9:16.7.
It's going to be crazy up in here. There are a lot of people watching this. There are a lot of people wondering who is going to be the one to beat. So many athletes have had great indoor meets. They've also had great cross-country seasons.
I love what they're doing here with the track. There's some scary, dramatic music.
It is. It's almost like a little bit of like a, I don't know, horror film at times, but yet love story. I don't know. It's wild.
We've got the cold sparks going. This is what New Balance Nationals, they treat like a pro.
Yeah.
This is a professional level experience that these athletes are having. And you're looking at the future here. You're looking at who the future Olympians are going to be. They're here at the track.
Yeah, I mean, this is a true battle that's about to take place. And I think so many of these athletes are looking to each other to really see some fast times. But ultimately, it's about taking this title, the New Balance National Indoor National Championship.
And they're off. It's a pretty large field here today, so we expect to see some jostling. And who will be the one to take it out?
I think a lot of eyes right now are on Jackson Hydish. You know, he's done so many things. He's got this number 4 all-time time on the clock right now. He's run 8:42.60. I mean, just a phenomenal athlete. He's not broken 4 minutes, which a lot of people have talked about, but he is clearly so good. He did that 8:42.60 in Chicago in January. He's committed to Duke. He's ready to run. He's also run 14:39 for 5K. I mean, he's just got such great range.
And 8:39.15, this time that we're going for, has been around for a while, a decade.
Yeah.
A decade, and a lot has changed since then. And we have Colin Martins up front.
Colin Martin taking it out.
Connor Burns just right behind, right on those pace lights with Cole Matheson.
Connor Burns, that 8:48 that he ran, he's 11th on the all-time list as well. He's number 2 right now in the U.S. for 2023. But he has that speed. He is that sub-4 guy. He's run 3:58 outdoors. He ran 3:59 indoors. I mean, such good speed, but also that endurance. We've talked a lot about that. You know, but then you look, Cole Matheson right there. I mean, we've watched him run so well in the last few weeks, in the last few months. He's been very consistent. He ran great in cross country. Then he ran again the World Cross Country Championships. I mean, these athletes seem like they never tire. They are racing all the time. It's a lot different than when we were racing.
Once you have the spark, you have to keep going and not stop. That's what I say. You know, that first 400 was in the 63, and we're coming through 800 in 210. Slowed down just a bit.
Jackson Hydish is in second place.
losing those pace lights just a touch. It's, it's hard when the national record is the standard. That is a lofty, lofty goal, but I really love to see what Colin Martins is doing out here. He is going for it, and, he's all in.
He's all in, and he's definitely knew who was in this race. He definitely has studied this. There are times when people say, I don't really look around and know who's there, but when you're at the New Balance Indoor Games, who's towing the line with you?
The best.
The best of the best,
The best
that's
of
right.
The best. And our pack has come back together a little bit. We're waiting for our next split here.
Colin Martins leading.
Colin Martins leading.
Paul Matheson, the local product out of Framingham, Massachusetts, in second place.
Cole Matheson talking about having family here, being able to see him. He's moving into the lead here, and he's starting to push. He has people here that are getting ready to watch him. He's excited to be here.
And Cole Matheson's committed to the University of Colorado, and he's been on a little bit of a world tour as well. We keep talking about his World Cross Country Championships in Bathurst, Australia, and he came 25th in the world. It's great to have that international experience, to see that this sport is bigger than what's happening right here in the U.S. And he's got some great competition with him. As we see these lights slip away for them just a bit, we have a change and a little stumble out from Jackson Heidish.
Just got a little bit tied up there. Didn't look like anyone got. This is the thing, like you watch that, there's a little bit of a stumble, and they kept their composure. That's what is racing. There are times when you hit people or you do have a close step. They kept their composure. They act like pros. These guys run against pros. They know how to run that way.
And I'm wondering if there's some trading off. Did these guys talk before? Who warmed up together? I'm sure some of them are friends. Because it looks like we have Connor Burns back out in front with Jackson Heidish, and then Cole Matheson back into third a little bit. So is there some trading going on?
I don't know. I know that the lights are getting a little bit out of reach for them. So now it becomes just that race for the win. And I'm thinking that these athletes, they have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. They're nice guys, but they want to win. This is a big thing for them to have this title on their resume.
And they went through the mile in 4:23. That is a fast time.
So Connor Burns out in front. Jackson Heidish, Cole Matheson.
They're going to have a pretty serious negative split to be close to Chez's record. That is 2:4:20 miles on a little bit under back-to-back, and we just are a tiny bit over, but Connor Burns is absolutely opening this up, and those lights are getting closer.
They are getting closer. That chase pack is starting to close in as well. Watching that chase pack a little bit as Brecker, Griffith, Sanchez are starting to slowly reel in Matheson. Connor Burns, though, really starting to make the rest of the field hurt.
Connor Burns is taking control of this race with about 1K to go.
It's getting loud in here, Dana. People are getting excited.
There's something special about when you're in control of a championship race. It stops hurting as much. And, that's what Connor Burns is doing. He's pulling ahead. He sees those lights. He feels good. He's going to look up at the screen and not see anyone behind him for a little bit. He's got to keep pushing.
And Connor Burns coming from Missouri, an 8:40.853 PB. He wants that and then some. He's chasing those lights. Those lights are at 8:39. That is the national record of Ezra Cheserek, and he's going for it.
And Jackson Heidish is really holding on to that second spot. I would not count him out as we come up with 800 meters to go. That was a 65 last lap from Connor Burns. He's being very, very consistent, lap over lap. And Connor Burns pulling ahead.
Connor Burns says he's ready for this indoor season to be done. He wants to go out on a high note. He's looking forward to the outdoor and the longer races. So the longer he goes, even though he's a 3:58 guy, he wants to go longer.
He wants it to be done, but he wants a national title with 600 meters to go.
And his eyes are on everyone, but he did say basically his competition was within himself. That's what he told Citius Mag, who we love all those great interviews.
Oh, yeah.
He said he's worried about himself and he was going to run his own race, and he's doing that right now.
He's doing that. He keeps clicking off these 65 points. He's coming into 400 meters. This is the Connor Burns show you're seeing right here. And those pace lights are getting closer and closer. What does he have left over the last 400 meters? We have 7:38 at the bell. This is going to be very tight. Can he close in a sub 60?
He's got to go.
He's got to go. Chez's record of 8:39.15 is on the line, and those lights are just a touch ahead of him. We never know if the lights are truly on the pace or a tiny bit ahead, so he could be right there on the time. 1 lap to go. What does Connor Burns have left?
Jackson Heidish in second. Cole Mathieson moving into third. He's making a strong push, but here comes Connor Burns. 200 meters to go.
8:11 at the bell. This is a possibility for Connor Burns. The crowd is cheering him on. Everyone's on their feet.
Connor Burns, 100 meters to go, everybody. He's been out here all alone, putting in the work, grinding. But here comes Jackson Heidish. He's coming hard.
Connor Burns has to go around a few couple people, and that record just goes away, but he takes the national title as a consolidation. This is incredible. 8:43. Jackson Heidish right there.
What a
Cole
great race.
Mathieson, Drew Griffith.
Big PB for
Brian
Connor Burns. Connor Burns, sorry Dana, 8:43.24. Jackson Heidish, 8:44.45. Cole Mathieson, 8:47.11. Drew Griffith, 8:48. I mean, our top 4 right now, sub 8:50. Brian Grievous in 6th, in 5th, excuse me, at 8:51.
Connor Burns, national champion. I think he's ready for his season to be done now.
Yeah, a little bit of a break and then get ready for that outdoor season, but what a great race by him.
So
biding his time.
A true long distance guy.
Well, it's just what he said last night, was that he was looking forward to some of the longer distances, but he was going to run these shorter distances this weekend. I believe he's coming back for the mile.
I love that.
So,
Connor Burns,
big
that
run.
was a master class. And that goes to show how hard these national records are. You know, I think that sometimes we put a lot of pressure on them.
Jackson Heidish closing